Hi guys, my name is Grace and this reading will be about the full moon in Taurus. I'll be using the spread by Ace of Stars Tarot, I believe, and I'm using the cards Power of Surrenders and Angels of Abundance in this one because this is all about the full moon in Taurus is about security. Taurus is about your material possessions in the physical. So this reading will be about if you're valuing what you already have and the desires that you want to manifest in the physical. So full moon is all about releasing and cleansing, detoxifying also. So releasing the things, the material possessions will be a good way um to really like harness the energy and really celebrate this full moon is basically organizing the things that you have, organizing your possessions, your material possessions, releasing what you no longer need, and those will be really good in this time. So I have 3 cards here. Card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. Okay, so take your pick and I'll start with the reading. The people who pick card number 1, what's the advice for you in terms of this full moon in Taurus? Oh, okay. This actual card really got me attention when I was shuffling the cards. So I was thinking, I was hoping this card would come up because I haven't seen this come up, and it did. So it's saying here your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to help you. So it's just saying that go ahead and surrender any fears that you have regarding these ideas that you have. I'm also being reminded that the only difference is that from a wealthy person, like it doesn't matter how obviously your ideas has to be unique, but at the same time it doesn't matter how good it is, because you probably are comparing your ideas to other people. It doesn't matter how good it is as long as you take action on it, because it doesn't matter how good your ideas are or how not. Like, it doesn't matter how good your ideas are, if you don't take action on it, you won't really get any rewards and results from it. It will just stay as an idea. So if you must take action on whatever this is. I feel like it's something that you're really passionate about. So whatever that is, if you pick this card, it's saying that put your ideas, take action in order to materialize these ideas into reality. Doesn't matter how small the action that you need to take. What matters is that you take action, however small, however baby steps. So that's that. What you need to release during this full moon, because it's all about releasing. Also, surrender unhealthy relationships. So I feel like these are people that are not very supportive of you and your ideas, and you need to release yourself from those people. From you, even though those are friends and families, they're not really. They probably are not in agreement with the ideas that you have. Basically, I'm just repeating myself. So it hinders, I feel like, your confidence. It dampens your passion. So with their opinions and with because they might be projecting their fears on you, maybe they're just trying to protect you, but their way is not really helping. So it's saying here, let go of, like, for example, they might try to um um make a really harsh comment about your idea, because it's probably because in their own life they don't really take risks in their own life. So maybe they're saying it's dumb for you to take risks, and they might be saying you're not gonna get anything out of that, and you'll just fail. But then again, those that succeed, those are the people that doesn't that took the risks and are not afraid to fail, and it's all part of the lessons. I mean, even though you fail, for example, for a business, even though that fails, you will still have the learning from it, and you will be able to um use the learnings that you had from that failed business to be able to have another kind of business, and you will apply your learning, and you are more likely to succeed after that. So it could be a business idea. But it's saying here, let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. Now, when you let go, detach from the people that you feel are toxic to you and your energy, you'll know it. You feel drained. You feel tired already just talking to this person. They might be always complaining about their life. They might not notice. They might not know that they're toxic, but they are. And you feel that. Once you detach from them, you will feel kind of empty, and you will feel this void within you. But that's only temporary. Up until you will After that, you will be able to attract the positive people and the people that actually supports you. So don't worry about that so much now. I'll do your reading. Just gonna pull 4 cards for you. So, the first question is, what do you have that you value? What do you have now already that you value dearly? And this card came up, 8 of Cups in reverse, human doing. So, I feel like what you really value are the people and the situation and the comfort, the security that you find that you already have. Your comfort zone is something that you really value. The people around you, you tend to like hold on to them, even though this kind of relationship might be already unhealthy for you. I feel like you tend to hold on to them for comfort and for security. Um, yeah, that's something that you have now. But not all of the people that are surrounding you are good for you. That's what I got from this. I'm getting this reading for. I feel like you're in an environment where it's just always have this um belief of actually going through the rat race in in the society. People always believe that you have to work to be able to be wealthy. I'm getting that. But if you ask the entrepreneurs, it's not. It's a different advice that you're going to get. I mean, obviously you have to work, but you have to work. You have to. Oh, have to. Your hard work and working smartly should be combined. Um. So as much as working, there's also combined. For example, financial education. Um. How to properly manage that, your career or your business, your finances. Um, I just feel like what you have been used to, it has provided comfort and security for you, but and it's something that you value. Those values that you already have now are the things that was are the things that you've got from your own upbringing, and you have absorbed from the people that you lived with, yeah, through your upbringing and through the environment that you're in. So I feel like whatever the people's beliefs, that people around you, whatever their beliefs, I feel like you have absorbed it as your own value also. But I feel like it hinders your own growth, and you're not able to really release your passion. Your own inner child here are locked inside like an adult body. That makes sense. So that's what I'm getting from you. Second question here about this reading is, where have I been spending my energy that no longer works for me? Where have you been spending your energy that no longer works for you? And this card came up. Not all these cards are reversed, but it's reversed again. So there's a strong sense of your relationship with other people and the people around you, especially someone that you're really committed to, whether it's a partner, a romantic partner or not. But the people that you're committed to, it could be your family that you value. It's just that because this card is the Hierophant in this deck and it's in reverse. So I feel like it's just there's some discord with that, what I mean is, because it's saying here you're spending your energy so much on the things that no longer works for you. It no longer works for you, those kind of relationships, and it keeps on repeating here on the reading. And I feel like you need it. You're finally, for you to be able to manifest really what you want, you need to be able to stand your ground, take a stand on what you believe in. And it's really blurry, but you really need to take a stand to what you really believe in and release yourself from whatever these relationships and commitments that you might have made. I mean, you might have made this already and you've been doing this for a long time now, but it doesn't mean that you're growing. You keep on growing. These people keep on growing, and there will come a time that you will have a difference in values, and that doesn't mean you stop loving each other, but there will come a time that you might need to detach from these people because your values don't align with each other anymore. So whatever, is it friends, families, romantic partner, there's like a separation, detachment that's needed. You can still stay connected but not attached. Connected but not attached. So what do you deeply desire, for the people who pick card number 1? What do you deeply desire? Oh my gosh, too many cards. It seems like there's many things that you desire. What do you deeply, deeply desire? Oh, wow. Okay, so basically what you really desire is to have a love of the highest octave. So, octave. So, the lovers, which is basically the lovers card. I feel like you desire to finally make your own choices and decision. Maybe you're not able to make your own decision and choices because you might feel like you're being controlled by other people, or you might feel guilty. You might feel like you need to consider other people when you're making decisions. So you just want to finally be able to make your decisions, and you just want to experience unconditional love, to be able to be loved without expecting anything in return. Maybe the people that you surround yourself with are always taking, so they're not really um because what I'm getting here is that, like, the relationships that you have are probably not unconditional, which is they always expect something back when they give something to you. So I feel like it has always been that way. So however that resonates with you, that's what I'm getting here. But for some of you, it's just being an individual, making your own choices for your own self, for yourself. Okay? That's really what you truly want. Now, I just want to adjust it a bit, so hopefully it will not be blurry anymore, but I'll just keep on talking. The final card for you in terms of what will bring your desire, what will bring you closer to your desires. Okay. Six of Swords in reverse. Structures for the journey. So you have to make this journey. For some of you, it's a physical journey of this moving away, moving on. For some of you, it's just energetically. Maybe you could not physically just move out yet. But what I'm getting here is that setting your own boundaries. Now, in terms of this, Six of Swords in reverse is not going towards a calmer waters, but I feel like it's going towards, for me, whenever I see this card in reverse, it's you being able to, maybe you're always someone that is a peacemaker, like you're always trying to avoid um discord and any arguments, any fighting. um you always try to avoid that as much as possible at the expense of your own um wants and needs and desires. So I feel like for you to be able to move closer to what you desire, you need to be able to set proper boundaries in your own self, and at the same time you need to be able to face and stand your ground. You need to be able, and with that, doing that, you will naturally encounter people that um does not agree with you, and you should not be afraid to be to have like sort of like a discussion in terms of this that might turn into a confrontation. But obviously the way you you can avoid that in a way of delivering your message to them as much as possible. But the thing is, you cannot control how people will react to you. People will still take what you say, whatever you do. People will still get hurt because they will take it personally. So it's depending on the person, depending on how understanding the other person is, how they understand you and their point of view. They will still take it personally. Some people just take everything personally. Um that's how they are. Um, but that should not stop you to really stand your ground and speak out and what you really desire, and finally do something for yourself now. That should not stop you to finally stand your ground. So that's what I'm getting for the people who picked this reading. Um, Thank you so much for watching. My camera keeps getting blurry, but thank you so much for watching, and I'm sending you love and light. Okay. Let me know what you think. Let me know how this resonates to you. And yeah. Who picked card number 2? This is the reading for you. What's the advice for you during this full moon in Taurus? I have here severe vows of poverty. Okay, so you probably always have had this limitation in terms of your thinking, in terms of how much money you could earn. But then when you put that limitations, even though it's subconscious limitations, then that's you're already setting a limit of how much you could possibly earn. Maybe you're practically basing it on how much people earn, but it's like telling me that it the possibilities are limitless. So you should not put a limit on yourself, on what you can achieve and how much you can be successful. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. You meant to, like, I feel like you've always, like, for most of you, you've always like struggled. So it's like with this photo here, it's like a someone rising from the ashes. Like if, that's what I'm getting here. It's not a phoenix, it's actually a peacock. So I mean, you could research about peacocks if you want. If you feel like doing that, maybe there's an additional message for you in terms of that. Now we have here, dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm talking about. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self denial that you may have made, consciously or unconsciously, in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. Okay? Now, what do you need to release in during this full moon in Taurus? Surrender and release. Surrender defensiveness. Okay? So with this one, it's saying defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, then offer a clear, non-defensive response. With this surrendering defensiveness, it's not taking things personally, and at the same time, I mean, I know it's hard to do that. Still, you will still get triggered by the things that people say people do. But remember that you have a control over what affects you or what does not affect you. Okay? And it's all about remaining centered. As the more you practice that, the more you're not able to be affected by the drama around you. And whatever another person tell you, whether it's a criticism or a compliment, it's not about you, it's about them. So you should believe what you want to believe about yourself. You create that. Now with this one, it's all about listening. So you should surrender defensiveness in a way that to listen and hear someone out. Allow yourself to listen to other people in terms of listening. to understand another person's point of view and not listening to reply and to respond. Most of the time, because of a habit, we always listen, and we don't really listen closely to what another person says. We listen, and for us to be able to say right away what our point of view is, and it's coming off in a defensive way. You might always feel that what they're saying is an attack to you, but it's maybe they're just expressing their own point of view, and we all have different point of views. So whatever this is not helping you. You need to surrender this now. Now, I'll get 4 cards for you on what do you have now that you value dearly? What do you have now that you value dearly? So we have here Healer of Discs in reverse. Healing the planet. So what I'm getting from this card here is that there's this habit. Oh, okay. I'm getting different messages. So I feel like there's this habit that have given you like comfort and security. That's why you value it deeply, but I feel like the life that you have now, even okay. I'm trying to read the card real time here. So what I got from this is what the life that you have now is comfortable for you. But I feel like, and it's what you value. Okay? But the thing is, it is preventing you to live to your full potential. I feel like in this life, you're playing it small. Okay? You're putting and setting up limitations for yourself. Maybe you've achieved a certain level if in your life right now, and you feel like you've done it. You feel like you can it's enough, and like that's what you can only achieve. But I feel like you're playing it small, and there's something more in your potential. Stop playing it small. That's I feel like the message of this card here. Now for some of you, I feel like what you really value in life that you're probably not getting most of is the nurturing. It's a sense of nurturing. It's a motherly kind of nurturing. Maybe you've always, or for some of you, maybe you're lacking that. And now for some of you, that's probably what you value, and you're very attached to that nurturing energy from whomever it's coming from, especially if it's your mother. I just feel like there's an attachment to that, but I don't feel like it's really bad. Now for some of you, maybe you've always been used to being independent, and you're always used to nurturing and taking care of yourself. And you've always valued your own independence. That's what I'm getting here. So that's what you have now. But I feel like there's this sense of a craving for a connection with another, like to be nurtured and taken care of, instead of, even though you've always been independent and you value your own independence for some reason. So take whatever resonates. I got different messages from that card. Now, where have you been spending your time that no longer serves you? When have you been spending your time and energy that no longer serves you? Okay, 2 cards came up. And I have here Server of Swords, Cutting Away Illusion. 2 of Discs, Balance in Material Life. Okay, I get it. Yeah. Now what I'm getting here is that you're like afraid. You're always on a defense. You're afraid of like negativity, so you're trying to stay away as much as possible from negativity, like toxicity, in terms of cutting away all people in your life. I feel like you tend to isolate yourself, and it's not serving you anymore, because in this life, whether we like it or not, whether we are independent, we partnerships are needed, and however, it does not make you less capable and make you less strong as an individual if you ask for help. Then that's what we're here for. We're here to help each other. We're here to help each other grow. But the thing is, I feel like the key to your success, you being more successful, is allowing other people to enter your to trust again, for you to be able to trust again, and allowing people to enter your borders. Okay? With the 2 of Discs here, I feel like there's this, what no longer serves you is you have a sort of attachment to results. Even before they come up, you're always so, it is stressing you out. What I mean by this is that you want to be successful. You want to have a balance in material life, okay? But then you're not getting this balance because maybe there's too much work but no play. You're so attached to the results, so you're so like workaholic. You're always like, you have to do this, that, and this. And I myself can is guilty of this too. But then what I realized, the more I let go, the more I just let it be, however hard it is to do in my part, the more things just flow. I feel like there's too tight grip on results. Okay? I hope you're getting that. Now we have here, that's what no longer serves you. Now, what do you deeply desire? Healing sexual energy. Okay, so there's this unhealed intimacy, connectedness, acceptance issues, trust issues that you need to heal. That's why you're not able to connect with another person on a more deeper level. Maybe you're allowing other people to connect with you, but it's all like on a surface level. It doesn't really go deeper, if that makes sense. So probably always have been guarded. And I feel like this comes from an inner sense of you don't trust other people because you're not able to trust yourself fully. There's a disconnect from your own self, from your own like being, like spiritual, in a spiritual way. um yeah, lack of trust on yourself is coming off as a lack of trust to other people too. I mean, if you don't trust yourself, how are you going to be able to trust other people? I mean, I get it, you probably made the wrong decision before, but it's not freeing you from this, it's not giving you freedom. I feel like you always you're someone that, but what you really crave is for you to be able to heal this, to heal this like trust issues, because you crave this like intimacy from other people, intimate like kind of relationship, as in really close kind of relationship. Now like I get it, you probably don't trust yourself as much, because like when you don't trust yourself, what usually happens is that you will find like the supporting evidence. You're always on the look for like some logical explanation, logical reasoning to something, when most of the time you don't always have one. um on other things you don't have, it's hard to find like a logical reasoning and explanation to things, but you always want to have one. You always want to have that certain assurance. Okay. um like I get it, you might have made a decision that you probably is probably perceived as mistake. I mean, and you don't, like, you beat yourself because of that. And it's like it sounds like self-abuse here, but you always beat yourself from the same, you always remind yourself the same mistake that you've done before. And I feel like you need to release yourself from that now. Now the final card is how you will get closely to your desire, which is to have a close connection with another person or other people, whether it's just a partnership like business, friendships. um how do you how can you move closer to your desire? Release. 10 of Swords. Rebirth. See, we have here the birds again. We have here these birds here from this. This is what I'm focusing on when I'm reading these cards, with the freedom here. This is like emerging from like this person to finally have the freedom, and to finally escape this this cycle of constantly blaming oneself from a certain action. Like there's always this like regret from something that has happened in the past. And it's blurry. Okay. And the thing is, what you need to do is to leave the story now. It's already happened, it's already done. Look, these two cards are so connected in a way that, well, I will look at it this way, okay? Like when these birds here, like this woman, this person transformed into a bird, and really like go into like a spiral, like a portal here. And now this is like the end of the portal here, and they're like emerging, and they're finally free now. So what will move you closer into this freedom is to leave the story, leave the past behind. It already happened. take only the lessons, take only the wisdom. You're free now, okay? Look around you. The people that have hurt you in the past, the mistakes that, the situations that you have had in the past, it already happened. They're not here anymore. They're not here to abuse you. And you should forgive yourself from letting yourself be abused by people, if that's the case. And in that, you'll be able to forgive other people too. Whatever what has happened in the past, whatever resonates to you, you need to leave the story now. Okay? Leave the story that you keep telling to yourself. It's probably a story that you keep telling yourself that you're not good enough and that you will only achieve this certain level, whatever this is, certain expectation. But it's all about is rebirth now. Yeah. As I'm saying here, with rising from the ashes here, it's deeply related to this card here. So yeah, that's your reading for this woman in Taurus. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sending you love and light. And let me know what you think. Okay, so this reading is for the people who picked card number 3. This will be the advice for you for this woman in Taurus. And what you need to release during this full moon time. So, the advice for you is employment change. You probably have been avoiding this because it's in reverse, or it's something that you feel in your own subconscious, but it's been like tormenting you for a while now, but you're avoiding to think about this changing your job because of many things, the risks that you're taking, the security that you have. And I'm seeing like a shooting star here. You maybe it's a wish coming true. Maybe it's your wish coming true for you to be able to for this employment change. For some of you, it's probably like a wish coming true for you to be able to have an employment change. It's like too far-fetched for you. Like you're not really seeing how it's possible for you to be able to have this employment change in your life currently right now. So yeah, that's what I'm getting here. But for really some of you, it's like a wish coming true. Now your career path, it's saying here your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You are being supported each step of the way. Oh man, I just remembered now that I picked the card number 3, and this is very true to me. The current job that I'm in, that I'm doing, it's like the universe had conspired for me to be able to, like, there's a lot of changes that's happening on that organization that I'm in that is not really working for me anymore. And whatever the changes that have happened, for them not giving me like hours because I work as a bank staff. I mean, not to give you, I'm not gonna give you too much details on that, but basically, whatever has happened, whatever the changes that have happened in that organization that I'm working in, it helped me and gave me more freedom and more time for me to be able to explore other options, for me to be able to slowly move towards changing my career, and finally now focusing more on this kind of stuff, on spirituality, because focusing more on my life purpose basically. and it's related to this, what I'm doing now, and this is what I enjoy more. I mean, I've loved, it's not that I did not really enjoy the job that I'm working on before, and I'm working still. I'm slowly not doing it anymore, but I'm slowly transitioning. But I love it. It's helping people, and it's helping older people, and it's something that I love. And but I feel like there's just this feeling within me that I need to do something more in life, and I need to achieve something more in life. My soul wants me to achieve something more, and I've already served my purpose there, and it's just this feeling that I have outgrown the work or the job that I am doing, if that makes sense. So I felt guided to share that. Maybe if you're having the same feelings in your own career. So that's that. Maybe it's time for you to explore other things now. Slowly transition to that. You don't really have to do it drastically, but this is the guidance for you. You should start that now, releasing the things that does not serve you, and it might be your career. Maybe that's the block that you have in achieving um your total like abundance in your life, your success. Oh, what you need to surrender. Oh my gosh, I'm so guilty at this one. Oh dear. Surrender procrastination. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. Now what we all have to do now for us who pick card number 3 is to basically just take action. Any action, as I always say, any action, however small, counts. Okay? Baby steps if need be. But taking action, I'm trying to for me personally, I'm trying to put it in my schedule to work on my projects at least once a week. Although, I mean, I don't always follow that, but I think that the fact that it's in my schedule, the more likely I'll be able to do that, which I'm trying my best to do. But yeah, that's the small steps that I'm taking in order for me to surrender this procrastination. I'm trying to be more organized. Maybe that's what the advice for you also, to be more organized in terms of that scheduling, and really this is what I'm get the advice that I have, that I got from this course that I'm taking. In terms of managing your time, there's this term, I forgot the actual name for the term, but it's talking about big rocks. So it's like when you have a jar and you have different things, you have big rocks, small rocks, and sand on it. If you put it in an order where you put it in an order where um how do I explain it? Like for example, you have water, you have a jar. So you have water, you have sand, you have big rocks, small rocks, and a sand. So if you put the water first, and then the sand, and then the big rocks, and then the sand, you will find that all of those things will not fit. But then if you put the big rocks first, and then you put the smaller rocks, and it will fill the pieces, it will fill the spaces, and then you put the sands, and it will fill the spaces that was left, and you fill the water last, and it will fill all the empty spaces. You will find that it will fill the jar. So the analogy with that is that when prioritizing on what you need to do, put the bigger rocks first, which is the things that are the most priority that you need to do, instead of the things that is not a priority. I hope I'm explaining it properly, and I hope I'm making sense, but that's basically it. Put the most important ones and the most priority with the most priority and do it first, so that you'll be able to accomplish everything. Mostly everything. Well, yeah. Now I will pick more cards here for you. So the first card here is, what is it in your life that you value the most? What do you have now that you value the most? Okay. What do you have now in your life that you value the most? It's really the ones to come out. Not in control, the Hangman. I feel like with this, you value the wisdom, you value your own spirituality. That's what I'm getting here. You value the connectedness that you have from the universe, your guides, your own guidance that you're getting, all those synchronicities and those signs. However you get your messages from divine, you value that the most in your life right now, and that's what you have, the connectedness, for you being able to surrender to universe. And I feel like it's, for most of you, it's really linked to spirituality. Whatever wisdom you've gained, you value it the most at the moment. So yeah, that's that. Now, second question is, for this spread, what in your life are you still spending your energy and time in that you need to release now? What needs releasing now that does not work for you anymore? So 2 cards came up. The Star and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Flowing with change. Okay. So what I'm getting here is all this hoping and wishing. You need to release that now. Okay? I mean, it's not bad to just pray and hope and wish. But the thing is, I feel like in terms of your connectedness with your guides, you're probably overly dependent on signs and your guides. But the thing is, they're there to guide you. They are not there, like the divine, your angels, they are not there to make the decision for you. Like, for example, or overly dependent on, for like readings like this. You probably already got the message that you have, but you keep on watching different readings. Maybe it depend and overly dependent on that. They're not there to make a decision for you. Obviously you can seek out their advice, but it's your life. You need to take control of your life now. So instead of here flowing with the changes, you need to take the appropriate action to make these changes in your life. Okay? Release yourself from this cycle of always just wishing and hoping and praying and not taking action. Surrender procrastination here, remember? So yeah, that's basically what I got here. Remember, I picked this card too, so I know what this means for myself. Now, for card number for the third question. What do you deeply, truly desire? Okay, 2 cards came up again. Receiving grace. It's so ironic that my name is here. Oh my gosh, it's science and synchronicity universe. 3 of Cups is all about, for some of you, it's like reconciliation with someone. Or for some of you, it's just basically what you truly desire is to have like this celebration and to receive grace, to receive the abundance, to receive the rewards from the actions and the efforts that you've made in your life. That's what you truly desire to have in your life. Transcending judgment, for you to be able to have more compassion. Maybe it's as simple as that, because I'm trying to read the card here. Transcending judgment. Maybe you don't want to be judged anymore by the things that you do, by your own individuality. Maybe that's what you truly desire, to just finally be yourself. Or for some of you, maybe you truly desire, you want to practice more compassion. Maybe you want to receive more compassion. You want to be able to give more compassion. Maybe it's that. But with the judgments here, maybe it's related to you not being able to be judged for the choices that you've made for your own life, in your own life. Maybe you truly desire that, for you to be seen as who you are, not based on the judgments, based on like society's expectations, based on the standards of society. For you to be able to just celebrate life. That's what you truly desire. Okay? To receive abundance, basically. Receive grace. Now, what you truly desire now, how are you gonna be able to move closer to your desire? What's the advice here? Okay, this card came out. 9 of Swords in reverse. Trust, walk. Okay. This is, for me, it's like the anxiety card, the sleep, the someone with like insomnia, not being able to sleep. Maybe it's about that. Maybe as much as you need to take action with the changes that you want to implement in your life, maybe you need to balance yourself for you to not be able to be stressed about it too much, and maybe to be too attached to the results, because that might happen too. Make sure you're not overly like controlling on the results, as much as you're trying to take action, the proper action that you need to make. So yeah, for some of you, it's just basically resting more, sleeping more. Okay, have as much rest that you need. Have balance your working with playing, so that you will not be left burned out. This is stress and worry. This anxiety, I feel like it will lessen if you allow yourself to rest more, allow yourself to be more playful, as much as you're taking action on whatever your goal is. That's what I'm getting here. Okay. That's the reading for you for the people who pick card number 3. I hope this resonated. Let me know what you think. And I'm sending you love and light. Thank you so much.